that education is about?
That it's all about sharpening your mind. And I was just relating to you examples of people who have graduated from IITs and have gone on to do social work or are in the police force or in the administrative services. Some have taken to religious preaching and become great monks and spiritual leaders. It really doesn't matter. Whatever you do in life, the great thing is that they're all very successful.
Right.
And they all owe it to that high quality education and the intellect that they sharpened during that period. And after that, you can pursue whatever you want in life. It really doesn't matter. You are rarely going to end up in life using the exact concepts that you learned. And it is not important that you do it unless you end up in research or academia. You will never feel that that education has not been worth it. Every single day of your life, you'll realize and reap the values of that education that you were fortunate enough to go through.
But in your case, the learnings from chemical engineering, I'm hoping that they...
In a very oblique way, yes.
Okay.
But you can say we're manufacturing paints. So paints is in some kind of chemical processing, but did I need to be a chemical engineer to do this? Certainly not. It didn't matter what field of engineering I would have been through, but I don't think it would have mattered. But had I not gone to IIT, would I have been as successful? I'm sure I would not.
And how was the clarity that you want to come back to the India coming from? Because most of the people end up, working because of, loan लेते हैं, वहीं पर settle होते हैं, opportunities.
नहीं, उस जमाने में तो loan भी for a foreign student, loans were not available. Today things have changed. I financed the entire thing by scholarship, both the education at Stanford and Chicago both. I got
MBA scholarship.
Even MBA at that time, I was fortunate. There were very few scholarships available, but I was fortunate to get it. And for part of the expenses, I worked part-time during my MBA as a computer programmer or something for some professor and earned along the way to finance it. Loan and all was not a millstone around my neck. I enjoyed my 3 years in the US thoroughly. It was a paid vacation. I didn't have to fund any bit of it. And it was a great learning experience, just living in a foreign country. And of course, being through extremely high standard education at both the institutes. But I was never during that 3 years tempted to settle down there. I just felt more comfortable back home in India. And the day I got my MBA degree, the next day I took a flight out of the US and came back to India. I've never regretted it in my life. I'm very happy for what I did. I've been through lots of ups and downs in India. I knew I could have had a very steady, comfortable corporate life in the US with my educational background, but I've never regretted it. I just feel more comfortable in India.